Welcome to The Know. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Meg Turney.
E3 is just around the corner, so naturally everybody's going crazy with rumors about unannounced titles, brand new hardware. But what about the games that we do know about?
We're breaking down what's actually confirmed for next week's big event, so you know exactly what to expect.
And what you'll hear more of. For the purposes of this breakdown, we're mostly sticking with games that publishers and developers have said they're bringing for sure, but you know, because we're us, we'll also add one or two games here and there that we're pretty sure we'll be seeing. We're like a magic 8-ball.
Yeah, we'll tell you. Outlook, not so good. We'll start with Sony, who's already confirmed that they'll be bringing at least 34 playable games to the show, making up for that Nintendo,
Thanks, PlayStation. You're
drought.
the hero we need.
Including Killing Floor 2, Don't Starve Together, Mother Russia Bleeds, Darkest Dungeon, King of Fighters 14, Yakuza 0, Eve, Valkyrie, Res Infinite, 100-Foot Robot Golf, Battlezone, Wild Guns Reloaded, and Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin.
Psychonauts, super excited. Don't Starve Together? It's totally out, been out for a while. Big fan, loved Shipwreck. Also though, like, Res, that's that, like, more Res VR, that sounds cool. I'm excited about that
100-Foot Robot Golf!
Yeah. And that won't be all that's playable, but it's all they're announcing leading up to the show. There's also gonna be stuff from some of their other partners, like Square Enix and Activision, but we'll get to those later.
So lots of indies and VR titles that have been confirmed for the PlayStation. As for their bigger titles, we can probably expect a few more games to have at least some kind of E3 presence, like Media Molecule's Dreams, Horizon Zero Dawn, and of course The Last Guardian.
Moving on to Microsoft, they've been a little bit cagier about their updates. Many are expecting the debut of not one, but two new Xboxes, but we can also expect them to swing for the fences with their exclusives. So far, we know for sure we'll be seeing Gears of War 4, Forza, and Sea of Thieves all making appearances at E3.
Very excited about that last one.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves!
We're also, of course, thinking that it's extremely likely that they'll bring a few games that they've shown at previous E3s, but haven't talked much about since. That includes things like Scalebound, Halo Wars 2, ReCore, and Crackdown.
So let's jump over to Nintendo, because this will be an easy one. Their E3 presence was originally going to be the Zelda Entertainment Expo, and pretty much that, although I think that was going to be like a 90-minute demo, so that's pretty cool. However, they have recently changed the tune a little bit.
Yeah, the Big N will now be bringing more than just a single game to the event.
Thank you.
Thanks. They've added Pokemon Sun and Moon, Pokemon Go, Monster Hunter Generations, Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
You mean they decided to show multiple games and coming out this year instead of just like one game that's not till next year? And that makes a little bit more sense than their original plan. But Pokemon Go, maybe they'll have like Pokemon around the show floor.
But then right now it's only like testers are able to
Yeah,
use
it's
it.
like
So
in
maybe there'd
testing
be
it.
like
We'll
an
see.
open beta for E3 attendees. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe they'll just have like a Pokemon like virtual petting zoo. You just hold the phone up and just like see all the Pokemons.
I just want a big Pikachu, please. When it comes to potential surprises, Nintendo has said that it has no NX plans for E3, which is a huge bummer. But hey, you never know. Maybe they'll just decide to go ahead and sideline us all with new information. But
Maybe.
yeah, probably not.
We can dream.
They'll probably wait until after E3 for any big reveals.
Yeah, they've got all their directs. That's where they like to do stuff. Moving on to the industry's biggest publishers, Activision will not be having a booth at the show floor, but they will exhibit their games with their partners, which mostly means Sony.
Yeah.
At this point.
At this point, yeah. We know that the new Destiny expansion, Rise of Iron, will be making some kind of appearance. Bungie's got a live stream event scheduled for tomorrow and will more likely than not demo actual gameplay next week.
Yeah, Activision's also announced that while Call of Duty Infinite Warfare will be at E3, they will not be revealing the game's multiplayer. They're actually saving that demonstration for their Call of Duty XP 2016 event in September. It got multiplayer footage just a little bit close to launch there, guys, especially given the pre-order numbers.
I want to know why. You tell us why, please. Of course, at E3, they'll be focusing on Infinite Warfare's campaign, because that's what's left of the game when you cut out the multiplayer. We'll see. Yeah, it's so weird that is how it is. We'll see if gamers responded any better to this this campaign, than they did for the last trailer.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Square Enix has a ton of games to show off this year. Finally! On their blog, they've announced playable content for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Hitman, the Just Cause 3 Land Mech Assault DLC, Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness, and I Am Setsuna, which is someone on Twitter told me that I should consider playing that, so it'd be right up my alley.
Oh, nice. In terms of...
And Caden's clapping.
Yes.
You don't have to clap quietly, Caden. We're in our room now. You can clap like this. Yeah.
My favorite is when we were talking about not having multiplayer, and he went... He like gave it a head shake.
You're allowed to say things like boo or like that's a bad idea. It's anyway, we'll continue on.
Thank you. In terms of Final Fantasy content, they've got Fantasy 15, Final Sanity 15, World of Final Fantasy, which is apparently 100 hours long for some reason.
It's my kind of length.
Yeah, why not? And probably a little more than newly announced Final Fantasy 12 remaster.
But of course, the stuff everyone cares about is the Final Fantasy 7 remake and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Which has been at E3 for about 700 years.
It has. It's like a trailer every single time that you watch and going,
and a big
something
banner,
new,
but
right?
then nothing's under the fucking banner.
This is worse. So they're not confirmed, but they'll probably be at E3, at least in trailer form or something, somehow. Maybe they'll crowdfund 7.
It's also very likely we'll get something Tomb Raider related, as this is, of course, the franchise's 20th anniversary. Square Enix has even teased that they'll have something excited that's Tomb Raider related to share.
Yay! Even though they're doing their own EA Play conference just ahead of E3, EA will at least have some presence at the event as well. They've confirmed they'll be showing off Battlefield 1 multiplayer, Titanfall 2, FIFA 17, Madden NFL 17, NHL 17, and Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe like they've announced that game like 3 years in a row, so it'll be cool to
finally
announce it again.
Something? Yeah.
And
the game lineup, I was like, huh, and then I fell asleep, and now I'm back awake. Well, the NHLs, you lost me. They've also indicated, of course, that we'll get brand new reveals of titles that won't be out until 2017 and possibly 2018, which is not cool. The script says it's cool. It's not cool. It's a lie.
As for what else we can expect, our money is on seeing the reveal for BioWare's new IP, maybe, that they've been teasing in the last few years. Hopefully. Let's start with Mass Effect, but then let's also check out the new IP. That's great.
Yeah, let's finish what we're already working on before we go to the ice cream. You have to finish your meat and then you go to the ice cream.
I always figured if the world ends, don't you want to have the dessert?
Eat dessert first.
Eaten?
Life is uncertain. I used to have a shirt that said that. That's real. I'm not making that up. Moving on to Bethesda. Their E3 plans may have already been leaked, of course, which is a sad day for them. But as for confirmed games, that list turns out it's pretty slim. So far, it only includes Dishonored 2, Get Your Rat Hordes Ready, which they've said will be on the show floor for sure.
And considering how cool that trailer was last year, I'm looking forward to seeing it. But considering all the leaks coming out this week, we're also expecting to see Skyrim Remastered, which is apparently called Skyrim the Definitive Edition or something like that, according to rumors. Wolfenstein 2, Evil Within 2, and potentially Prey 2. They'll also probably showcase some Doom DLC and maybe Fallout 4 DLC.
Ubisoft's been dealing with leaks of their own regarding Watch Dogs 2, which we've covered here on this channel, but that game got its official reveal as of today. Watch Dogs 2 will be joined at E3 by For Honor, which everyone was going nuts for last year.
That was like our game of the show last year. We were super surprised by it.
Very cool. South Park Fractured But Whole, which I'm very excited because...
I think you pronounce it Fractured Butthole.
Also love it. I'm very into the South Park games. And into Fractured Buttholes. Tom Clancy's... I couldn't stop. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, plus the VR game Eagle Flight, and 2 other unannounced VR games.
Our money's also on the debut, potentially, of next year's Assassin's Creed game, because if that game is seriously coming out in January, like the rumors indicate, now would be about the right time to unveil it.
Yeah. Maybe get Lord to do the theme song again, because you got me last time with that one.
I liked it.
It's a really good cover. Those are the industry's biggest publishers, of course, but of course there are a number of other ones who will be at the expo. Take a shot for every time I said of course in that sentence. Warner Brothers has only confirmed Injustice 2 for E3, but we may also get a reveal of Shadow of Mordor 2, which we do know is in development.
I just want to see it. Rounding out the list of bigger titles that we know about are Persona 5, Civilization 6, Mafia 3, whose developers have all confirmed they'll be in attendance.
Yes, as for the last publishers we don't really know anything about right now, Take-Two has basically confirmed nothing for E3, other than the fact that they will be there.
Good job.
Yes, but the big hope from them is and from everyone else on the planet, is that they'll of course be showing off the next Red Dead game at one of the press conferences.
That is my E3 hope.
Yes.
If we get that, I'll just call this a wonderful year. Let's finish off with one last publisher who has confirmed nothing. Capcom has said they'll be around at the show, but they haven't definitively listed any games beyond Monster Hunter Generations for 3DS, but rumors point to a reveal of Dead Rising 4 for Xbox One, as well as maybe the next Resident Evil game.
Yes, please. Let's go back to what we got in 4. Possibly 5 if you were playing co-op and forget 6 ever happened. So that just about does it for our comprehensive list of what you can expect at E3.
That's a lot of games.
Guys, what are you most excited about and what do you expect to see? Let us know in the comments.
And also let us know anything we missed, because there are so freaking many games.
You will.
This is going to be an awesome show. For all the E3 news and updates, remember to like this video, subscribe to the Know, and watch our live streams next week.
Yeah.
on the Rooster Teeth channel.
You know what I'm excited about for E3?
What?
I'm hoping for Usher. Come on, bring him back,
Usher?
guys. Usher was on stage like 5 years ago when I was an intern at G4. I was like, what? They had Usher? And I just feel like somebody has to do it. Nobody brought out like Pitbull or anybody last year, so somebody's gonna do something.
Maybe, I don't know. I thought that Cisco did a great job at Kind of Funny Live too.
Yeah.
Just saying, if he wants to come out, throw some thongs into the stage.
Forget
sing a little
Pele
song.
this year. Leave Pele at home.
More Pele.
So, screw you. Get out, intern. Go.